time machine is broken.
Hi, how can I help you? You look so weird.
Which year is this?
It's 2022, and are you come from another place? You don't look like local people here.
Yes, I'm from Mars.
Oh my God! So, do you would love to hear something about the Conquer on the Earth?
This compound.
Yes.
Can you tell me about your history lesson?
Also, my friend Phúc will introduce to you something about Conquer.
Oh hi, let's go. Follow me. When you visit Cần Thơ, there are a lot of tourist traps in this city, but I think there is a place which you definitely cannot miss. Is the Cần Thơ Museum. The museum is located at number 1 Hòa Bình Vlora Street, Ninh Kiều District, Cần Thơ City, which is easily accessible. Cần Thơ Museum is 1 kilometer away from the Ninh Kiều Quay. Starting from Ninh Kiều Quay, you can take a taxi or rent a motorbike to visit the museum. The Cần Thơ Museum was set up in 1976. It is one of the biggest museums in Mekong Delta with more than 2,000 square meters. And I think it will be an unforgettable memory for you when you come to this wonderful place. So today I would love to tell you about this museum. Let's go. In this presentation, I would like to give you more information related to this first floor of this historical site. So when you first come to this main hall, this is one of the best part of the museum. And when a visitor come here, they can easily see those 5 statues. And behind me, first of all, is Uncle Hồ Chí Minh. And then this is Bùi Hữu Nghĩa, Phan Văn Trị, Châu Văn Liêm, and Lô Hữu Phước. And behind those statues is a bronze picture which illustrates the landscape of the Mekong Delta. This first floor is generally acquainted with the location, weather, and cultures. But now I will emphasize the Ốc-eo culture along the Chinese, Vietnamese, Khmer cultures, especially the Cần Thơ one. By the way, we also mentioned some remarkable features.
Oh, Phúc, have you introduced to our viewer about the main hall yet?
Yeah, I have.
So, what's the next part?
So the next part is this Cái Răng floating market. And according to some sources that I have searched about it, this Cái Răng floating market was from in the early of 20th century, and because of the undeveloped roads at that time, most of the residents tended to exchange their products on the river. Since that time, the floating market has become one of the most attractive places for the tourists in Cần Thơ city. About selling products, the seller will hang their things on a branch called a bamboo tree, so that the buyers will be able to see what they are selling. In addition, there's a feature which just few people know about the means of selling. If you pay attention, you can easily recognize that every boat is decorated with 2 eyes. To explain this, the seller in the floating market attach great importance to their boats. That's why most of them usually decorate the boats with eyes so that it will become closer to them. Okay, so I've just told you about the Cái Răng floating market, and here are some old pictures of Cần Thơ city from the past to now.
Wow, so exciting. What about that?
Oh, here, this site is considered as one of the most important sites of this museum. Here we have the Ốc-eo culture, one of the most important culture exists in Cần Thơ from the 1st century to the late of 7th centuries. So that's the reason why these items which display here are crucial in terms of researching values as well as the historical witnesses. So the previous part was about the Ốc-eo culture, and now I'm going to tell you about the Cần Thơ culture. It's undoubtedly that Vietnamese culture has become one of the most well-known culture around the world, but not true with the Cần Thơ ones. And here is some typical wedding clothes of Cần Thơ-ians. It's like about for the past 20 years, and also here you can see some type of áo dài, especially here one of the most famous clothes in Cần Thơ, especially the countryside. It's called the áo bà ba. Here it also displays some money, old Vietnamese money from the past 50 years. And here you can see like small places which called the Nhà Ba Giang or three place house, which it's like one of the most typical famous type of house in the south of Vietnam. And this place is called Bộ Ngựa, and here you can see four people are playing some musical instrument. This type of music called đờn ca tài tử, and it's really it's one of the super hot genre of music in the south of Vietnam in the past. Also here you can see some sofa, and they are made of wood. Moreover, these museums also has some agricultural tools as well as a household tool in order to serve daily purpose.
5 minutes later.
Okay, so that's all about the museum. How do you feel now?
I feel thirsty.
Thirsty?
Yes, can we have something to drink?
Yeah, we do.
We have a coffee shop right here outside this museum. After visiting this museum, we can enjoy a cup of coffee right outside around this museum. Many trees are planted. What an enjoyable way to have a cup of coffee and take a breath here.
This museum is so amazing. Do many foreigners know about this?
I'm not sure. Why don't we go to another place to interview some foreigners?
Oh, nice to hear.
So now, me and Phúc are at Ninh Kiều Kỳ in order to start an interview with some foreigner to ask whether they know about Cần Thơ or not. And I think Phúc will help me to do this section. Let's go.
Yeah, okay, so first of all, can I have your name, please? Okay.
Hi, I'm John from
Yeah.
Switzerland.
Switzerland, yeah, nice country. And first question, so what do you think about the Cần Thơ Museum that you have just saw?
It looks really interesting. It looks like it tells a lot about the story of the Mekong Delta. So it looks like a good place to visit.
Yeah.
And talk.
Yeah, so did it arrange chance for you to know more about Cần Thơ?
Yes, I think museums always give a good insight in the history of the place.
Yeah.
And if you visit from far away, it's interesting to see.
Yeah. And would you recommend this museum to your family and friends?
Yes, sure. I think if you're here and you have time and you're not only going to the floating markets, then it's absolutely worth it.
Yeah, so I think that's a good review. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
So thanks for listening to our presentation. And so now our alien has just got enough information about Cần Thơ City and Cần Thơ Museum as well. And she just came back to her planet.
And after this presentation, I hope people around the world will know more about Cần Thơ through this museum. By the way, I just want to mention that we should save our environment in order to avoid massive extinction in the future.